What's good, YouTube? It's Mamba, back with another video for y'all, man. And look, you already know we got another rare build video, man. You seen the thumbnail, so you know we got a walk-in bucket build. When I seen this build name, I was like, yeah, this build gotta come next. But I got some treats for y'all, I ain't gonna lie, because I could just give y'all one build, you know, and leave it like that. But I'm feeling generous, man, and the last two videos got so much love. So I wanted to show y'all a couple different variations that I got. They're not that different, but there's definitely some differences. And then for all of my real supporters, man, the ones that's gonna stay to the end of the video, I'm gonna have two bonus builds for y'all that I also have not showed y'all yet. So before we get to these builds, at the time I'm recording, I got 489 subscribers. So this giveaway is coming to a close real soon, man. At 500 subscribers, I'll be giving away 75K VC. And all you have to do to win is like the videos I'm dropping, comment on the videos, and just be a subscriber, man. The more comments that you drop, that's just gonna raise your odds of winning that VC. I'll be choosing the winner at random, and I'll be choosing the video to choose the winner at random too. I want to give everybody a fair chance to win, so make sure you locked in on those requirements, man, and comment as much as you can to raise your chances. So with that out the way, if this is your first time watching my videos, I am the Build Chef, and if you want a chance at that VC, man, go ahead and click that subscribe button and get well acquainted with the channel. Clicking that like button will help YouTube push my videos out. I greatly appreciate that. And while you at it, go ahead and click that bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. But let's get to it, man. So I won't make much of a difference, but this build is named the Skywalking Bucketeer. I feel like that only made sense for this build, but you want to make it as small forward. You know, handing is not gonna matter, the jersey number not gonna matter, and where you're from not gonna matter. Next, and this is muy importante, very important, you want to go 6'6", 198 pounds with a 6'11" wingspan and a defined body shape for the longest looking arms. And let's get to it, man. So to get this walking bucket started off, you already see it's looking really weird. I ain't never done a build like this on my channel. We got a 91 close shot with an 85 driving layup, no dunk, no standing dunk, and a 68 post control. So that's 15 finishing badges, Giant Slayer and Pro Touch on Hall of Fame, Fearless, Acrobat, Fast Twitch, Master Gold, Slytherin and Dream Shake Silver, and then you see those bronze badges. So off top, you might be disappointed that we ain't got no dunk, and I was kind of disappointed too, because I tried multiple different ways to get the dunk in there, but with all the other attributes the way I had them, it just wouldn't work for me, because in the other categories, I needed and wanted it to be a certain way, and you'll see that when we get there. But taking that post control up to a 68, that's actually how we got that 15th badge, so that you can actually get to that tier 3 and be able to core one of those if you wanted to. And one thing you'll notice with the other walking bucket builds that's coming up, this was the only one that I got with an 85 driving layup, because before I wasn't going all the way to an 85, but then I started thinking about what layup package you could get with an 85. So then I started trying to tweak it to where I could get to an 85, and I ended up being able to do that. So that's how I got multiple builds for y'all. And then in the defensive category, some too, but we'll talk about that when we get there. But with these 15 badges, what I'll be running with this build will be Acrobat on Gold, Giant Slayer on Hall of Fame, Pro Touch on Hall of Fame, and then for me, I of course Slytherin on Silver, but I'll be using it on Bronze until that Silver progression finally hits to where I could core it on Silver. But now we can move on to that shooting category, man. It's about to get real fun. So the shooting category is looking like a word that I love to say. Scrumdiddlyumptious. If you beat me to it, give yourself on a pat on the back, but you probably didn't. We got an 88 midi with an 88 3 ball and a little 63 free throw. You know, who cares about that? But that Hall of Fame is dominating the screen. That gold is great. Space Creator, Volume, Comeback Kid, Clutch Shooter, Slippery, Mini Magician, Claymore, Amped, and Guard Up, all Hall of Fame. Blinders, Corner Specialist, Catch and Shoot, and Green Machine, gold. And then you got Agent 3's, Dead Eye, and Limitless, all silver. Like, you really don't have to ask for anything else in your shooting. Like, if you do, you're just being greedy, if I do say so myself. But what I'll be running with these 26 shooting badges, Green Machine on Gold, Volume Shooter Hall of Fame, Amped Hall of Fame, Mini Magician Hall of Fame, and then we move into the tier 3. I'm not worried about blinders. For me, Agent 3s and Dead Eye, like those the most two important. So one of those got to be core, and then the other one got to use 6 badge points on that. So then it only makes sense to add 2 extra badges, so then you can run Limitless on Silver, and then you set. You perfectly fine to go out there and knock down from the 3 and from the midi. And if you want to make this build, I already got some fire jump shots for it. And my favorite jump shot, I got it in a short, and it's popping up in your top right corner right now. So you can check that out after this video. Then you'll have your jump shot set, man. But we can go ahead and get to that playmaking, man. Let's see what we cooking up. in the kitchen, water whipping chicken like it's stir fry. We got an 80 pass accuracy with an 89 ball handle and a 76 speed with ball. And that give us 22 playmaking badges, man. You see that gold is lighting up the screen. Ankle breaker and special delivery on Hall of Fame. Clamp breaker, killer combos, hyperdrive, quick first step, floor general, vice grip, dimer, brake starter, and post playmaker all gold. And then you finish off with only silver badges, bailout, handles for days, unpluckable, no bronze badges. That's for the peasants when it comes to this walking bucket, skywalking bucketeer build, man. And this playmaking is something you'll see changes throughout the other builds too. I started out doing a 90 ball handle, and a 90 ball handle would have been nice. You would get that Kyrie sig, but that's really all it was doing for you. It wasn't giving you any extra badge points. It wasn't taking any badges up a level. So I just dropped it down to an 89 to try to test where I could put those other attributes. But with this 22 badges, what I'd be running, hyperdrive, a quick first step on gold with unpluckable on silver. That's 15 badges right there. Then move to the tier 3. Clamp breaker and handles for days, the most important to me. Killer combos, of course, is great, but I'm not dribbling like that. So I want a core clamp breaker on gold and use those badge points on handles for days. Then I'd have one more point and probably just put it on ankle breaker. No, definitely vice grip on bronze, actually. Vice grip on bronze is a great bronze badge to have. But yeah, this build will be nice because you'll be out there moving, shifting. You got some good speed to you when it comes to that speed with ball. If you're not only playing 1v1s like me and you actually got some teammates out there, then you can pass and you can actually dime them up and they'll like playing with you. You know, imagine playing and your teammate is a walking bucket and he out there just diming you up. He ain't even getting buckets, he just diming, because you got that ability. But now we see why this build is a walking bucket. We can go ahead and get to that defense and get closer to that next build. But before we do, by now you definitely should have already liked the video, subscribed, and click that bell so you can be notified, and probably drop a comment too. But if you didn't, man, hey, I get it. You probably was just too excited, man. There's 3 builds. You wanted to go ahead and get to the video. But look, right now, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and click that, and click the other one too for me so we can move forward. And if you don't, man, I hate for Mike Wayne to permaban your account. Don't ask me why he told me he was gonna do that. Just click those 3 icons for me and let's get to that defense. So you probably weren't expecting a defense to look like this, with a little 30 interior, but an 87 perimeter, a 47 steal, no block, no O-board, and a 42 defensive rebound. Only 8 badges, but if you really wanted to grind and put some extra badges into your defense, then you could, and you could actually be able to get to your tier 3 badges, but you'd probably be grinding through all your rivals, and it's late into the game. I know most of y'all not gonna do that. So only 8 badges, and you're not able to get what you really want to get to make this build have better defense, but at least attribute wise, you got an 87 perimeter, so that's gonna help you out. And you can still run minutes on gold if you want to, and then put ankle braces on, or maybe you want to put pick dodger on. You know, you can pick your poison with that. We really don't have to spend too much time in the defense because that's not what this build is focused on. Let's go ahead and get to these physicals, man. Let's start finishing them off. So we got a 78 speed with a 71 acceleration, a 70 strength, so it got that bully up there. And I didn't even add that into the badges that I would run, but I'd definitely be adding bully into there. So I'd be taking down Giant Slayer some to put on that. But we got a 48 vertical and a 91 stamina. Of course, you know, that's trademark over here. When it comes to the physicals, man, definitely not the best. We've definitely seen better, but this was a tough build to make. I got so many different names. That's the reason why I got so many different builds in this video. And I even got some names that's not even in the video. I got like 5 different names when I was trying to make this build, and I'd say 4 of them was different names that I hadn't seen before, or maybe once or twice. But either way, you know, getting that gym rat's gonna take your physicals up by 4. I hope you can count so you know what that is. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this build in the comments, man. 15 finishing badges, 26 shooting, 22 playmaking, and 8 defensive badges. I think this could be a really fun build. Definitely gonna be out there breaking ankles, dropping 3s, and dropping middies, man. But let's go ahead and get to these takeovers and let's see what it gets. So we get the shot creating, the sharp, the playmaking, and the lockdown. You already know, man. Pick your poison on that, whatever you want to run. But let's get to these shades and see what we made. We got Wally Zerbiak up there for some reason, Norm Powell, and Devin Vassell. And what did we make 2K? A walking bucket. The skywalking bucketeer. That's what they meant to say. But y'all see it, man. It's real. The walking bucket. I did it. Bill Chef. Certified. And he strikes again. But that's one down. Now I'm gonna show y'all these other 2. And what I usually do when I'm showing y'all the same build, I'm just gonna pop it up on the screen like bam. All right, so you see with this one, we got a 91 close shot with an 84 driving lay and a 71 post control. That's what's different up there in the finishing. I was trying my best to drop that close shot down, but if I dropped it down to a 90 and did anything else, then I was getting different names, man. So you see the shooting still gonna be the same. I was trying my best to get that down to an 87 or something different, because nothing changes from an 86 to an 88, but what does change is that name, because that definitely changed. But the biggest thing that changed is the playmaking and the defense. So now we got 21. But the biggest thing that changed is the playmaking and the defense. Now we got 21 playmaking badges, and we got a 75 speed with ball down there. And on defense, we got an 88 perimeter and a gold challenger down there. But, you know, that's only if you were to add those 8 extra badges that you need. Well, I guess you don't need 8, but you need at least 7 so you can run it on bronze and use it until you can core it like that. But then you see the physicals, they pretty much the same. We ain't really got to go through the takeovers because they're going to be all the same. And then you see we get those same shades. And what's that name? Once again, we get a walk-in bucket right there, man. Let's jump to the third one. You see the finishing is pretty much the same, but now we got a 72 post control, no difference in the badges. Shooting is exactly the same. Playmaking is the same, but now we got an 87 perimeter with a little bit more acceleration down there. I'm pretty sure this was the very first version that I made, and then I started tweaking it off of this, because this one really isn't no different from that last one. This one probably the better version than the last one because you got that higher acceleration, but the first one's still better to me because of that 85 driving layup and the layup package you can get, and then you're getting all the same badges. That 73 acceleration helps, but I just have to rock out with that 71. And then we can zoom on past these takeovers because they're gonna be all the same, and you see the same shades. I'm like, it don't make any sense to me why Wally Zerbiak is up there. I mean, like, yeah, he can shoot, but he ain't no dang walking bucket. But we got another walk-in bucket up there, man. So now at this point in the video, this is only for the true supporters, man. So if you're not a true supporter, go ahead and click off the video. I don't need you here no more. You don't need to see these 2 builds. But if you are a true supporter, I'm gonna need you to stay on the video and let's go ahead and check out these builds. So like I said, all these builds are gonna be pretty much the same, but these last 2 gonna have different names. So you see what that finishing is, same as the last build. You see that shooting is all the same. But now we got a 76 pass accuracy with a 79 speed with ball. Still got 22 playmaking badges. Then we got that familiar 88 perimeter defense. And those physicals pretty much the same as that first build. We can go ahead and zoom on past these takeovers because that's gonna be all the same. You see these same shades, but what did we make this time, 2K? We made a shoot first wing, man. I don't know how many of y'all have seen this build before, but it definitely was new to me, caught my eye. So I had to go ahead and add it to the video, especially since it was the same shades. But now we can get to the very last build. I probably should have made that one the last build, now that I think of it. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get to this last build name. So now we got a 90 close shot. And you know, earlier I told you going to that 90 close shot, I always change the name. So other than that, the finishing is pretty much the same as the last build. Shooting is still the same except for that free throw. We're back to an 80 pass accuracy with a 76 speed with ball. That familiar perimeter defense. And now we got a 72 acceleration instead of a 71 or a 73. And now you already know we can skip past these takeovers. It's gonna be the same shades, but what name did we get this time, 2K? And we got a sharpshooting shot creator. I don't see sharpshooter too much. Like when I first started playing in 2K17, sharpshooter was like the most popular build, and sharpshooting in the names was so popular back in the day. But these days there's so many different build names like 3-level threat or jack of all trades, for example, which was my last video. You need to check that out if you haven't, because that build was crazy, I ain't gonna lie. And it kind of seems a little redundant because it's a sharpshooting shot creator, like it's a shooting build, of course. But either way, man, you see it. That's all 5 builds that I wanted to drop for y'all. A couple walk-in bucket builds, a shoot first wing, and a sharpshooting shot creator, man. I'm honestly having more fun with these rare build videos than I was with those NBA players, because those NBA players, man, that stuff will get stressful. I ain't gonna lie. I'm in there really trying to do everything I can to get the build as close to what I feel like they play like or what their attributes are, and then they don't be giving me the shades when I feel like they should, and stuff don't be adding up to me, man, and it be stressing me out because I be trying to maximize and get things as good as they can be, you know. But with these rare builds, it's really fun because it's literally something that's rare. It's something I don't ever see too often. If I don't see it too often, y'all probably don't either. So that's what I want to be posting for the next couple of videos, man. But you already know the build's gonna be nice until I tell you that the build's gonna be bad, and that's just gonna be a fun video or something like that. But other than that, man, y'all stay locked in for that giveaway. 75K VC is about to be given out real soon, and I can't believe the support that y'all showing me, man. It's really just surreal. Like I really don't even have words for it. Man, at some point I will, but I'm just saying thank you for all of y'all that support me, man. And if you like the video, I really appreciate you clicking that like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out. But before you go, I got some videos popping up for you. You got my most recent upload, you got this video that's recommended for you, or you can check out this playlist that's gonna show you all my build chef builds. Either way, man, pick your poison, and I'm out.